Even if you get to someone's status and if you just comment on their status, you're already following up on what? On a client. Don't give up. In sales, most of the people, they give up. Actually, when I was doing my research, it says 25% of the sales people, they give up on their first call. They never even follow up. If you're a qualified customer, we follow up on you until you buy or one of us die. If you die first, we attend your funeral and start following up on your children. Greetings Africa, greetings Zimbabwe, greetings Namibia, greetings Kenya. My name is Nyazungu. Welcome back to the Chartered Vendor Podcast, where we share about everything sales and everything entrepreneurship. Thank you for the support. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for liking, and thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. You're making this podcast great. You're part of a revolution. You're part of changing lives. So thank you so much. We really appreciate your support. We don't take it for granted. So today I'm sharing things about sales. Sales is for everyone, and everyone is in sales. I like sales so much, and trust me. And when you're doing business, you learn a lot about sales. So today I want to talk about follow-up. I just want to talk about the mistakes which most of the people make when they are following up on clients. So when I'm saying follow-up, most of the people, they say, what's following? What's follow-up? And what is Jerry talking about when he's talking about follow-up? So in sales, if you notice, when you're talking to your clients, let's say you're in business of selling a software. You call a client, then they express you put an expression of interest, and they like a product. So if you notice, people are not going to make a decision overnight. You go there, you have a meeting, you discuss, you talk about the software, the needs, you do needs and assessment. But after that, when you go back to the office, what you now need to do is to follow up on that client. So this is the follow-up which I'm going to talk about in particular. There are two follow-ups. There's a follow-up which I do when I want to close a deal. Then there's a follow-up which I do after closing a deal. So there are two types of follow-ups. And today I'm going to talk about the follow-up which you're going to do in order for you to close a deal. So these are the mistakes which most of the people make when they're following up on clients. Number one, people take time to follow up. So if you go to a client, if you visit a client, most of the people, they take time, take weeks, take months to follow up, because most of the people were taught that customers are going to make decisions on their own. Let me tell you, that's a mistake. You need to call that client, follow up on your client, even just after the meeting. You visit a client today, after that meeting, send a message, just say hi to that client, and you see what will actually happen. Follow up. Just find something which you're going to talk about when you're actually following up on the customer. It will really help you because they will remember whatever you have discussed. So please follow up. It's just after 30 minutes after the meeting, try to follow up on your client by just sending a message. I just say to them, thank you, Mr. John. I really appreciate for the time which you gave us, and I like the hospitality which you gave us. Just like that. That's already a follow-up. And that's one of the best follow-up message you can actually send to your clients. So that's on number one. Then on number two, please, what I've also noticed is don't send generic messages. Or what I'm simply saying is don't be annoying and desperate. Don't be annoying and desperate. What causes you to be annoying and desperate? It's always, I've noticed that when a call, what happens is when you're in sales, even when you're talking to a client for the first time, please try to collect as much information about that client, whether it's on a personal note or whether it's in their organization, so that when you're now following up on them, it's not only about, I'm making a follow-up, I want to see whether you're going to buy my software. I'm making a follow-up. What about if you just call them today and you just say, when the meeting yesterday, you talked about you wanted to play golf during the weekend. How was the golf game? Try to collect other information which will help you. Even if you get to someone's status and if you just comment on their status, you're already following up on what? On a client. So don't be annoying and don't be desperate. Please don't be what? Don't be desperate when you're following up on the client. Then point number 3, don't use generic messages. The one generic message which I hate the most is, I'm just following up. I'm just following up. That's a mistake. When you're saying it discounts everything which you're doing. And in sales also, we highlighted that don't mention whatever you are doing. It's like when you're dating, when you want to ask out a lady and you say, I'm about to ask you out. It's just like, I'm just following up. That's wrong. Please personalize the message. Make it intimate. Just to show the client that you understand. And whenever you're following up, it's time to build value. So every point when you're making a follow-up, make sure that you're building value with your what? With your customer. So please, I want you to follow up. Then point number 4, not tracking previous conversations. I've noticed that most of the salespeople, we don't use a CRM. And some of us, we follow up. And when the client asks us, or sometimes when they ask a question, they'll just see that you're not even concentrating and you actually don't know what you discussed previously. So you need to, whenever you're following up on a client, please, even if it's in your CRM, try to read everything so that you see everything. Because most of the pointers or the clues which are going to make this customer buy, the pains which you want to solve, the problems which you are going to solve, they are actually part of the conversation which you previously did with your customer. So that's a mistake. Please do not. Please, I've said it. You actually is supposed to know what you're saying to the customer. Please read the previous messages before you contact a customer. Then point number 5, give up too early. Don't give up. In sales, most of the people, they give up. People, actually, when I was doing my research, it says 25% of the salespeople, they give up on their first call. They never even follow up. First, second call, people are actually giving up. Let me tell you this point. When you call your customer once, you're only going to get 2% of what you're supposed to get. When you're calling your customers twice, you're only going to get 3% of what you're supposed to get. When you call your pay customer three times, you're only going to get 5% of what you're supposed to get. When you call your customer 4 times, you're going to get 10% of what you're supposed to get. But here is the catch. 80% of your sales, or 80%, if you're going to get 80% of compared to what you're getting right now, you need to follow up on your customer 5 to 15 times. So don't give up too early. Actually, in my book called Selling Like a Vendor, I've said, have you invested so much into your business, but you're not getting your desired sales? Or you ask yourself whether you're selling the wrong products or services. Maybe you even blame your sales team for not bringing in the money. If your answer to these questions is yes, then you need to revise your sales approach. Selling Like a Vendor is a book that can give you answers to why you have not been making the sales. You can use this book as an individual or for your sales team as a manual on how to make sales. The book has strategies on how to get clients, how to talk to customers, how to negotiate and close the deals, and even how to upsell or cross-sell. This is an investment that can solve all your sales problems. You can order your own copy using the details shown on the screen. Remember, everyone is in sales and sales is for everyone.
Baba said I should take over the company. I was running things with him all this while we were studying abroad.
But I'm also his child and I helped find right the new branch in Gweru. I deserve my share.
Deserve? There is no will that said that you'll get any management rights.
And there is no trust structure, just whispers and promises. Now what?
Sir, You've built a great company. If something happens to you, do you want your children fighting over it?
Well, they know I love them equally. They'll figure it out.
Love isn't a plan, Baba Mavunga. A family trust is.
We are tearing each other apart, and the workers are caught up in the middle.
If only Baba had set up a trust. Clear roles, clear shares, no guessing.
Family businesses are meant to build legacies, not fuel wars. A family trust can protect the company, define inheritance and management rights, prevent costly court battles, preserve unity after death. Don't wait until it's too late. Create a family trust. M&J, building timeless businesses.
If a qualified customer, we follow up on you until you buy or one of us dies. If you die first, we attend your funeral and start following up on your children. Because what we're simply saying in that motto is, we'll never give up on you if you're a qualified customer. Sometimes we might stop following up on you for a month, but we'll come back. So don't give up too early. That's point number 5. And point number 6, only following up when you need something. That's a mistake. Most of us, when you're doing business with customers, is I was actually reading a book which is called Who Not How. So this book is talking about when you're approaching a client, most of the times don't think about what you're going to get from the customer. Also try to think about what you can actually offer the customer. Because a relationship, it's not always about taking. A relationship, it's about giving. Give your customer and they also give you back. Are you getting it? So you need to understand that don't only follow up on a customer when you need something. That's a mistake. Then point number 7, most of the people, when we call a customer, we drop the call without a next clear step. So we need clarity of what is going to happen next. So don't leave a meeting. When you go for a meeting with a customer, don't leave there before you actually have a next appointment. What is going to happen next and when? You have the actual time. When are we going to have the proposal presentation? When are you going to have the demonstration? So that when you're now following up, you're no longer guessing. You're actually narrowing it down. And most of the people, we leave it open and try to book for the next step after the meeting, which is what? A mistake. Then also another mistake is poor timing. Know the time to call your customer. Some customers are very good with their evenings. Some customers are very good with their mornings. So find out when you are doing the needs assessment, when you're calling your customer, you're asking them, when you are getting to in your first meeting, try to find out more information about how this customer actually spends their time. What time do they go to bed? What time do they always wake up? Which days do they play golf? I've got one of my customer. I know that every Thursday is actually in the golf course. So I don't call him whilst he's golfing because I'll be disturbing him. So I now know that every Thursday is in golf. So I don't disturb him on Thursday. When I want to actually get in touch with him on Thursday, I'd rather wait when it's in the evening after his golf game. Then last point, please utilize multiple channels and also know the channel which is usually used by your customer. Some of the customers, they're very good with messages. They will respond quickly on WhatsApp. Some of the customers, they'll respond quickly on email. Some of the customers are very good with calls. So know the channels and utilize all the channels which are available, including even social media. Like right now, if you hit someone's LinkedIn, if it's a prospective customer, and you send them a message on LinkedIn, if you now a friend with them on Facebook, it's just talking, but you're actually building a relationship which lasts. So these are mistakes which salespeople make when they are following up on a customers. I've given you, if I'm not mistaken, I've given you 9 tips of how to follow up on a customer. So following up is a holy grail of sales. If you don't follow up on deals, most of them, they don't close. Most of the people, they're very good with prospecting, but most salespeople, trust me, they struggle with follow-up. If if you fine-tune your follow-up, your sales will definitely increase by more than 100%. So this is what I had for you guys. So remember to always subscribe. Remember, 69.4% of the people are not subscribing. So I want you guys to subscribe. And this is everything which I had for you today. It's about follow-up, it's about sales. And remember, sales is for everyone and everyone is for sales. Remember to always go out and sell very hard and make more money and get your dreams true. Thank you so much, guys, for listening and for paying attention to our podcast. Until next time, it's Nyazungu out.